Many of us have read books, tons and tons of books. We've attended financial intelligence seminars. We've attended all. I've met people that, oh, this one I've read it. Oh, that one you've read it. I think I just want to touch on what I would call the execution gap. If I ask now, how many people want to be rich? It would do a poll. Like those of us watching online, if you want to be rich, raise your hands. Raise your hands. Okay. Give me a thumbs up on the chat box if you want to be rich. This poll has been conducted consistently, and from the records, if you ask how many people want to be rich, you'll get 100%. I've not seen anybody who doesn't want to be rich. And then in reality, you find out that only 5% are able to execute, are able to put action into word, and I think it is very, very, very critical that this matter is dealt with, because I don't want to come back again next year and you just come on listening to us, get excited, go on a high for 2 weeks, and then you go back to your old self, So we need to close that gap. And those are some of the things I want to address. The knowledge has already been given, knowledge that is not applied is as good as not having that knowledge, because there will be no difference between you and someone who already has the knowledge. So why waste my time? Why waste my time beyond this, listening to Pastor Noel, listening to Motunrayo, get high, and 2 months down the line, I'm not seeing any improvement. And I really think it's something that we can close that execution gap. Because I don't just want to be talking. I want to talk to people, and I see you in 2 or 3 months' time, and I'm like, woo, thank God. I'm not wasting my life. Because sometimes in your life can appear like a waste. You keep talking and talking, and you are not seeing the fruits. Even Jesus himself, when he saw the fig tree, that was supposed to bring forth fruit, and it was not bringing forth fruit, it cost the fig tree. So it's something that is very painful. It's something that God does not like. So it's very important that we really sit down and look at strategies on how to execute. So when I talk of the execution gap, key thing to me, 2 things I would observe. Now, yesterday we talked about power. Say, I, the Lord, say, I give thee power to get wealth. Yeah, a lot of us are struggling with so many things. Now, there are 2 key emotions that you must overcome if you want to be wealthy. One of them is fear. And this shows up in different ways. When you are afraid of taking risks, there are some people that will never invest anything. They want to give you money to invest. They don't want to take risks. They want to give you their own money to invest. But if the money goes down or there's loss, you bear the loss. And if there is profit, you give them the profit. And I'm like, actually, we are damaging people. I stopped receiving money from people because they must own their life. They must take their risk. That is how, as an investor, I've lost tons and tons of money. This man, what's his name? One of these big tycoons in Nigeria. He said, I am a billionaire because I have lost millions. And those who are millionaires, they are millionaires because they lost thousands.
Billions.
And those who are thousandaires, they are thousandaires because they lost some hundred. So look, let's talk all this crap. You don't want to take risks. You are always trying to be too careful. You overanalyze that. And there's what they call they say analysis that leads to paralysis. I work within the corporate world, and it's the big challenge with so many of my people. We do a lot of analysis. When it's time to make decision, you can't take a decision. Sometimes you just need to dive into that water, and you just have to figure out how to swim. That's some of the investments that have given me the highest returns. I didn't fully understand everything, but I knew enough to be able to make a calculated risk. So it's very important that we put these things in perspective. We must be ready to take the risk. We must be ready to do. Now, what mentorship is to do is to help you reduce the risk. It will not even eliminate it. People have mentored me, and me and my mentor, we put money in the same business, and both of us, our money went down to drink. I didn't go to his neck and say, you misled me. No, that is business. That's business. And these are the issues we are having. I discovered a lot of us Nigerians, we don't want to own our decisions. We don't want to take responsibility for anything. We want pastor to do everything for you. So I've touched one of the human emotions that we need to deal with. The second one is greed. right? That is avarice. We are all born with it. Everybody wants something for nothing. That is it. You just want more and more and more and more. You don't even know what they are going to do with the more. You just want more. And that's what has possessed some of our politicians, and you're wondering what's wrong with them. Now, where I'm going to is this. That's where you need the power of God. There are so many of these innate weaknesses of the human mind and the human nature that you cannot deal with on your own. And that's where you will need the power of God. Yesterday we were talking of power. You will need power. If you don't have the power of God at work in your life and millions enter into your hands, if that power to restrain and control yourself is lacking, you are going to spend that money on useless things. You are just going to increase your vanity. You are going to increase your wardrobe. You are going to increase your furniture. You are going to buy things that will kill you. So, and that's where the power of God will come into our lives to deal with those weaknesses that we have. And you have to get a mentor that knows you. There are so many of us, we dodge people that really know us. The kind of mentors we have are people that don't know you. All your mentors are far off. They can't help you much. But the mentors that knows you, you grow. So this boy, when you are saying you want A, he knows that it's not A you really want. It is B. He can sense all the things you are not saying. Those are the best mentors. People that know you from Adam, know your weaknesses, know your strength. Not people that you just stumble on their books, you read, oh, it's not my mentor. Those are some of the mistakes people are making. And that's why it's difficult for them there's always an execution gap, because these are the things that are in place that helps us to take action. Let me stop here a little bit. Thank you.